Hi, I'm Izabela Daszkiewicz, here to deliver your rural news. Coming up on today's program, the recent developments to the United Counties of Prescott Russell and how they affect you. OPP investigates bomb threats at schools in eastern and northern Ontario. The Ontario Provincial Police is currently investigating multiple bomb threats targeting schools, school boards, and other facilities across parts of eastern and northern Ontario. Since Wednesday, November 1st, it is essential to note that thus far, no suspicious devices have been discovered. In the affected regions, schools under the jurisdiction of the Conseil scolaire de District catholique de l'Est ontarien were particularly impacted. The OPP reported that the threats targeted multiple schools under various school boards and other facilities, accompanied by demands for payment. Late on Wednesday afternoon, the CSD CEO announced that students could return to school and all of its facilities would be open on Thursday, November 2nd. As a preventative measure, many of the targeted schools and facilities were temporarily closed while the investigation remains ongoing. Local officers and the OPP Cybercrime Investigations Team are actively involved. Meanwhile, the Upper Canada District School Board implemented additional safety measures to protect students and staff. All external doors to school buildings were locked, including at secondary schools, and more stringent entrances protocols were observed. Although students were kept indoors for the remainder of the day, regular dismissal and pickup procedures continued as usual. Members of the public are strongly encouraged to promptly report any suspicious activity that could pose risks to public safety. Any individuals with pertinent information are urged to contact the OPP. 16th Annual Take Back the Night Women's March takes to Clarence Rockland. On September 20th, the streets of Clarence Rockland echoed with the voices of hundreds of residents in solidarity as they came together for the 16th Annual Take Back the Night Women's March. This is a yearly event organized by the Centre Nova. The march itself is held in the United Counties of Prescott Russell, and every year a different community hosts the event. Sexual assault is a worldwide epidemic, and the mission of Take Back the Night is to bring attention to the sexual assault and violence against women hidden in rural communities. We at TVC 22 were privileged to attend the meeting and document the march, as well as stand alongside the survivors. Following the march, participants had the chance to enjoy refreshments and door prizes. The event concluded with the torch being passed to L'Orignal, which will host next year's march. This annual gathering continues to shed light on crucial issues and encourages active conversations on ways to create a safer and more supportive society for everyone. Franco-Ontarian Day celebrates with pride in Clarence Rockland. On September 25th, hundreds of residents and fellow dignitaries accompanied French school boards in the raising of the Franco-Ontario flag to commemorate Franco-Ontarian Day. Students from the Eastern Ontario Public School Council, as well as the Eastern Ontario French Catholic School Boards of Clarence Rockland, assembled at the Francophone Monument in Rockland. Significant parties that were in attendance included Pierre Tessier, Vice President of the CEPEO, Jean Lemay, President of the CSD CEO, and Trevor Stewart, representing MP Francis Drouin and serving as a municipal councillor for Clarence Rockland, and even Mayor Mario Zanth, all of which were in attendance during the ceremony. They expressed their wholehearted support for Ontario's French-speaking population. Community Garden Phase 2. Coming this year, new plans and initiatives take root for Rockland's own community garden. Following a successful first season, the community garden is gearing up for Phase 2 by adding more beds, accessible facilities, and expanding its food bank donations. The garden is looking to expand. With funds still available from their initial fundraising efforts and potential grants on the horizon, Sarah Lacombe, president of the Rockland Community Garden, expressed enthusiasm for the upcoming phase. Starting this fall, the garden will see larger growth spaces for members, Lacombe and her team are also committed to broadening their donations program. The section of the garden dedicated to grow vegetables for the Rockland Food Bank has already provided 3 medium-sized coolers filled with fresh produce for those in need. Fresh herbs have also been welcome in addition to the food bank, providing individuals with tight budgets access to these valuable products. The charitable efforts have now included supplying the Bourgette Food Bank with fresh vegetables as well. To accomplish this, they are looking for support of the local businesses, individuals, or community groups to sponsor a bed of vegetables. This can be done through funding, resources, or time. Greater accessibility is important to those organizing the garden. Phase 2 includes accommodations to those in wheelchairs and scooters to help their mobility. These include additional paths, a new shed, and raised garden beds. However, these enhancements require additional financial support. According to Lacombe, funding from the city, government, or through donations is paramount to these additions being installed. While government grants are available, they are highly competitive. Nevertheless, it remains their plan to pursue additional grants in the spring. The Rockland Community Garden is open to innovative collaborations as well. Local businesses like Café Joyeux and Koei No Soaps have already contributed by utilizing garden produce in their goods and donating a portion of their sales to support the garden. As the Rockland Community Garden embarks on its next phase, the growth is only a matter of time. Sharp Skates Pro Shop opened its doors at the Rockland Arena on September 2nd. Alongside their donation initiative to give back to the community, Sharp Skates aims to collect used skates from residents to refurbish and lend to those eager to learn skating. This endeavor targets both skating enthusiasts as well as those with financial constraints. Marc Pilon, co-owner of Sharp Skates, commented on the program's importance.
On veut aider.
Ouais.
C'est tout ce qu'on veut faire, on veut aider. On donne un service exceptionnel à la communauté.
Linda Pilon, Marc's business and life partner, as well as co-owner, explained that as of September, they'd already acquired 10 pairs of skates. With public skating opening in October, they'd anticipate a good season. Alain Huppé, the manager of recreational facilities in Clarence Rockland, extended a heartfelt welcome to Linda and Marc on behalf of the municipality. The ceremony concluded with the symbolic cutting of the inaugural ribbon, an act performed with a freshly sharpened skate.
1, 2, 3.
New natural hazard maps for Ottawa River and tributary adoption in Alfred Plantagenet in Clarence Rockland. A series of natural hazard maps aimed at identifying flood risks alongside the Ottawa River has been officially adopted. However, this adoption only applies to the municipalities of Alfred Plantagenet and Clarence Rockland. The South Nation Conservation Board has approved the new maps in April of this year. This initiative, led by SNC, was in collaboration with the United Counties of Prescott Russell. It has received the support of the Government of Canada, and it seeks to update the natural hazard maps in response to the floods of 2017 and 2019. The previous mapping of this region was provided by Environment Canada, dating back to the 1980s. The study covers the entire Ottawa River shoreline, extending from Clarence Rockland's western boundary near Cumberland to the Carillon Dam. It employs up-to-date topographical data, water resource modeling, and field survey to gain a deeper understanding of the river. Due to the SNC's jurisdiction only covering these two municipalities, shorelines development in areas outside the Conservation Authority's mandate falls under the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry and the local municipality. The Conservation Authority would need to request an expansion of jurisdictions from other neighboring municipalities, such as Town of Hawkesbury and Townships of Champlain and East Hawkesbury. The Townships of Alfred Plantagenet expands SNC's jurisdiction in 2014, with the City of Clarence Rockland following suit in 2020. Since joining the SNC, these two municipalities have been able to access the agency's programs focused on flood forecasting, warning, floodplain mapping, and regulatory permitting. The primary aim of these maps and regulations is to safeguard people and property from natural hazards while guiding sustainable development practices. Only time will tell if other municipalities will be under the SNC's umbrella. Warning: scammers posing as Heart and Stroke Foundation prey on local residents. The Hawkesbury detachment of the OPP is issuing a public alert about an active scam targeting local residents. Scammers are impersonating representatives from the Heart and Stroke Foundation. The caller informs the victim that they have won a large sum of money alongside home theater furnishings. The scammer often provides a fake name, an address in Toronto, and a phone number. If the victim attempts to call the provided number back, they will hear someone answering as Heart and Stroke Foundation. However, this is part of a ruse. The actual Heart and Stroke Foundation does not conduct prize giveaways in this manner. Legitimate prizes from the foundations are directly sent to the winners. Unfortunately, several individuals in the area have been already victimized by this scam, resulting in significant financial losses. To protect yourself, the police strongly advises against sharing personal or financial information over the phone, especially when receiving unsolicited calls claiming you've won a prize. If you encounter a scam artist or have been defrauded, it is essential to take action as soon as possible. Contact your local police service and report incidents in the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre. You can also use their online reporting tools at antifraudcenter.ca. Alfred Plantagenet's drinking water deemed contaminant-free. Recently, the township of Alfred Plantagenet has seen positive results when testing their drinking water for pesticides and other contaminants. The results indicate clean drinking water for the township. Councillor Ian Walker has previously raised concerns about the water quality monitoring and analysis process in the municipality. During a council meeting in August, Councillor Walker wanted to know what was included in routine water quality tests performed by the Clean Water Association of Ontario. The foreign agents he asked about include glyphosate, various chemical pesticides, and microplastics. Typically, APEO inspections are conducted by the Clean Water Association of Ontario. They are chemical tests that primarily focus on the presence of E. coli and other pathogenic bacteria in the water. During the September 5th council meeting, Director General Michael Potvin reported that APEO includes glyphosates in its testing. This is done in compliance with provincial environmental regulations concerning water quality. However, APEO does not significantly test for microplastics. It does examine benzene, a chemical byproduct resulting from the breakdown of plastic, as part of its chemical decomposition process. Importantly, APEO's testing does not detect any of these materials in quantities that could pose a risk to public health. With that being said, there's always more to come. Here at TVC 22, we keep our ear to the ground to make sure we're up to date. We're always looking to establish a line with our community, so if there's something that should be brought to our attention, our doors are always open. I'm Izabela Daszkiewicz, and thank you for watching.